What is up, everybody? Solomon. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Lots of information to get into, so I am going to hop right in. First and foremost, yesterday, MasterCard announcing that they are bringing crypto trading capabilities to banks through a new platform or program that they are calling quote-unquote Crypto Source. Now, new program to enable financial institutions to bring secure crypto trading, aka banks, capabilities and services to their customers. In a 2022 survey, the MasterCard New Payments Index reported that 29% of respondents globally hold crypto as an investment, with another 65 indicating a preference for crypto-related services to be provided by their current trusted financial institution. What does that sound like? Banks custodying and banks facilitating trading of crypto. Now, this is going to be facilitated through Paxos. You guys can look into Paxos if you feel inclined to do so. But again, we just see more adoption from MasterCard. We see more adoption kind of from the banking industry as well. And, this is, not gigantic news to any of us, but it's just more confirmation of exactly what is coming and how big this space is going to get. All right, this came across, I believe, yesterday or today as well. European Central Bank selection of external companies for joint prototyping of user interfaces for a digital euro. And the interesting thing that I found within this are the choice of providers. European Central Bank goes on to say that the choice of providers ensure a representative sample of all types of market players, including CaixaBank, Worldline, EPI, Nexi, and Amazon. We dig a little bit deeper here. Matthew Liny back in September posting, AWS has RippleNet plugins. Worldline is the only official Ripple partner. Nexi is 100%. They merged with SIA, and there's some deep ties into Quant. There's a great thread that SEQ at Crypto SEQ facilitated back in 2020 that has a ton of information here. SIA providing a private financial network, which is the backbone of the European financial market. SIA and SWIFT, and keep in mind here, Nexi merged with SIA, and they are one of the prototype providers within the European Central Bank. So that merger occurred. SIA and SWIFT are the only two providers for the European Single Market Infrastructure Gateway, granting access to all real-time gross settlement, securities, and instant payment transactions for Europe. Ledger is integrated into SIA Chain, part of their private financial network, or SIA-Net, the backbone of the European financial market, enabling the 580 banks, central banks, trading venues that are building projects on SIA Chain to benefit from scalable interoperability. SIA has not only partnered with the European Central Bank, connecting all central banks in Europe to the European Securities Markets Infrastructure Group, but also provide networks for all other central banks, such as Bank of Canada, Nordic central banks, and over 100 plus Tier 1 banks. And we can see right here, SIA's recent merger with Nexi in 2020 makes them Europe's largest payments provider. Combined, they have around 2 million merchants, 120 million cards, and an overall number of processed annual transactions equal to 21 billion euros. And then we can see right within this as well, we saw that Worldline was one of those that were mentioned. Equin's Worldline putting out very interesting documents a couple of years back. There's a spelling error in here, but this is very much so a real document. Banks embrace Ripple and move beyond testing to real-world transactions. The goal that they mentioned, and I think this was 2020, slash the time and cost of cross-border settlement. Method, ditch the traditional sluggish model of using local currency account with correspondent banks. You can see the baht, the yen, the yuan, the ruble, I don't know how to pronounce that, but foreign. Instead, money is converted into the native Ripple currency, XRP. You can see XRP being at the center of it all. Pretty massive stuff from Worldline back in the day. I even do think Matthew Liny shows the actual partnership here. The research has been led by Workforce Blockchain, experts from Worldline and Atos, whose tasks include blockchain training, tech exploration, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Hyperledger, Fabric, multi-chain, of which Worldline is a partner and recognized contributor, Ripple, etc. All right, now, this was a document that came out from SWIFT and earlier in October, but this tells us what's coming with SWIFT in November, which is blockchain wallets and digital token identifiers. Right here under messages, you can see ISO 15022 MT messages are well established for security settlement and reconciliation, but in the past did not have a dedicated functionality for tokens or digital assets. New token-related features will be added for the upcoming standards release 2022 in November, including the addition of a 30-digit accuracy number to allow for the granularity needed for fractionalization, and the option to use a wallet blockchain address instead of a safekeeping account. These changes and features were utilized in the experiments as well. So now these are go live. Those were experimented upon, and now in November we're going to see blockchain wallets. As many of you may have watched the previous video that I did a while back with digital token identifiers, which is ISO 24165 and ISO 15022 messages, certainly going to be dealing with those blockchain aspects as well. Found this very interesting as well yesterday. DTCC, Depository Clearing and Trust, and essentially dealing with all the derivatives globally as far as what we would consider from a volume standpoint, which is quadrillions of dollars annually. Put out this yesterday: central bank digital currencies are coming and markets should adjust now. As financial markets evolve and become more digitized, there's been an increase in commentary surrounding CBDCs. Jennifer O'Rourke, DTCC Director of Innovation Strategy and Design, shared her thoughts in Financial News. But you've got DTCC, who pretty much deals in all the derivatives clearing and trading globally, talking about central bank digital currencies are coming and markets need to adjust now. Israel eyeing government bond issuance via blockchain technology. The European Parliament studying intellectual property rights and distributed ledger technology with a focus on art, NFTs, and tokenized art. And you've got Persist with this XRP Ledger federated sidechain that is going to be EVM compatible. You can definitely test this out in DevNet right now. Run it through MetaMask on DevNet, do all the things that you would want to. So I certainly suggest participating if you can. Mickey B. Fresh, shout out because he corrected me yesterday. Misreading RippleX Dev blog because it explicitly states making XRPL EVM compatible could undermine efficiency, scalability, and security. Now, on the sidechain, which is going to be built using Tendermint Proof of Stake consensus, which is where this is actually going to be occurring. I think I had mentioned yesterday, based on the way the verbiage was written, it would be potentially on mainnet, which I said is kind of crazy. I don't really see how that makes sense, what that would affect as far as utility, speed, etc. So I think this is just through the federated sidechain, obviously. But he's talking about XRP native staking token from Mickey B. Fresh, interoperability and decentralized applications, accessing Ethereum virtual machine. So shout out to Mickey B. Fresh. The one thing, and I apologize for the mistake yesterday, guys, but the one thing as well that I did assume that I brought up, I think in that video yesterday or the day before as well, was I think it was Evmos and Ethermint, and thinking that there might be some sort of relationship with Cosmos and the Cosmos/Atom, which is the underlying asset, ecosystems at some point in time, and you have Emi Yoshikawa putting out a tweet. Spain's Persist announced XRP Ledger's EVM sidechain, or Ethereum Virtual Machine sidechain, which is called Ordino on the DevNet. Since it is a launch that combines Tendermint and Cosmos SDK plus Ethermint, it can be linked with the Cosmos ecosystem. He wants to start with a centralized bridge and then move to federated and then decentralized over time. So yes, the EVM sidechain on the XRPL can integrate or be linked into the Cosmos/Atom ecosystem, which is what I assumed. It appears that is the case. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, lots of interesting information coming out of the European Central Bank with some of the prototypers out here for this user experience within a European CBDC. And yeah, Quant, SIA, Nexi, Ripple with Equin's Worldline, AWS, I think we know a lot of blockchain relationships there. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Thanks, guys. Bye.